No reason for anyone from a township to go to a mayor's conference. A mayor's conference is a mayor's conference for mayors.
I was saying, no, he's not employed by us. So you have got just this gyration.
Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dolton, Illinois, is at the center of a swirling scandal that feels straight out of a reality show. With accusations of lavish spending, corruption, and a power struggle against her own board of trustees, the drama is intense. From extravagant trips to mysterious budget approvals, her leadership is under fire. Will the FBI investigation and mounting lawsuits finally bring her reign to an end? Or will Henyard continue to defy the odds and maintain her grip on power? The stakes have never been higher, and the next chapter of this saga is about to unfold. Hey guys, I am Olivia. Welcome to Red Rumbles. Today, we're throwing the spotlight on a mayor whose antics make reality TV look tame. Tiffany Henyard has turned the small town of Dolton, Illinois, into a hotspot of political drama filled with power struggles, lavish spending, and some jaw-dropping allegations. If you thought local politics was a snooze fest, think again. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a moment of the chaos as we unpack the explosive saga of Henyard's reign and the growing tension with the Board of Trustees. Trust me, you won't want to miss this wild ride. Mayor Tiffany Henyard's story in Dolton began with a promise of progress and a pledge to bring change. But what many expected to be a steady, community-focused leadership quickly took a different turn. Her approach was unlike any other Dolton had seen before: assertive, direct, and unapologetically bold. Her actions sparked intense debates and drew sharp criticism, turning board meetings into battlegrounds of wills. Residents soon learned that Henyard's leadership wasn't the type to tread lightly. Her first moves included assertive policy changes and strong-arm tactics in the boardroom, often facing off with the Board of Trustees. For her supporters, Henyard's actions spoke of a leader unafraid to make big decisions. But for her opponents, these moves felt more like a power grab.
Last month, the judge issued a temporary restraining order blocking her from making those appointments without approval from trustees.
One that seemed to diminish collaboration and shared governance. The clash between Mayor Henyard and the Board of Trustees reached new levels when it came to Dolton's budget. In one pivotal board meeting, tensions rose as Henyard urged for immediate budget approval, an unusual request that left trustees uneasy. Traditionally, budgets go through a thorough review process, with public finance meetings offering residents a voice in the allocation of their tax dollars.
A Dolton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not paid her rent, and now she wants her.
Now she's teasing a big announcement that she claims will result in some of her opponents being arrested and charged.
Yet Henyard insisted that Dolton's budget needed a rapid sign-off. Trustees like Tammy Brown and Jason House voiced their concerns about the fast-track approach, pushing back against the mayor's demand. Brown emphasized the importance of resident input, while House pointed to Dolton's lack of a recent finance meeting, highlighting the need for transparency. However, Henyard remained resolute, her responses sharp and to the point. She saw no need for further delays, even if it meant sidelining standard procedures. The meeting turned heated when Henyard declared, "You all forget, I'm the leader," making her authority clear. This single line ignited further debate, leaving trustees and residents stunned at her stance. What should have been a simple process had transformed into a power struggle that left Dolton wondering just who was truly in charge. Despite Henyard's assertiveness, the trustees continued to push for what they saw as basic accountability. Trustee Tammy Brown spoke directly to the concerns of Dolton's citizens, asserting that taxpayers deserved more transparency. Trustee Brittany Norwood went further, questioning Henyard's decision-making and calling on her to remember that leadership is built on serving the people, not just holding power. This resistance from the trustees represented more than mere opposition. It was a call for checks and balances in Dolton's government. Norwood's words underscored the frustration shared by many in Dolton, who felt that Henyard's leadership style was eclipsing the very principles of democratic governance. The message was clear: if Henyard's leadership continued down this path, Dolton's political future could hang in the balance. The controversy surrounding Henyard didn't end with budget debates. Reports emerged detailing extravagant spending habits, with Henyard allegedly using taxpayer funds for high-end flights, luxury hotel stays, and first-class experiences. Many Dolton residents were left wondering if these expenses were truly necessary, or if they were footing the bill for her personal comfort. During a trip to Atlanta, Henyard's team stayed at the renowned Four Seasons Hotel, ringing up a $9,000 bill for accommodations alone. Similarly, a visit to New York City led to a stay at the Marriott Marquis in Times Square, with costs reaching over $13,000. For residents used to hearing about budget constraints and limited resources, these expenses felt excessive and unjustified. Adding to the concern, Henyard's overall travel and luxury spending tallied an estimated $67,000, all paid for with taxpayer dollars. Residents and officials alike were beginning to ask hard questions. Was Dolton's budget being managed with the public's interest in mind, or were these funds supporting a lifestyle that most Dolton citizens would never experience? Perhaps one of the most jaw-dropping revelations was Henyard's reported $43,000 spending spree on Amazon in a single day. To most, this figure represents an annual income, not a shopping list.
I'm a private investigator. I've got some books that sit here. Inside I have from the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois.
Details on what she purchased remain unclear, leaving room for suspicion and concern. The shopping spree triggered a larger conversation about the mayor's use of public funds. Investigator Laura Lightfoot, assigned to review Dolton's finances, uncovered records showing multiple purchases from major retail stores like Target and Walgreens. Lightfoot's findings raised serious concerns. Dolton residents began asking why these expenses weren't directed toward public services, local infrastructure, or community programs. To many, it seemed that the funds were being funneled away from Dolton's actual needs and toward Henyard's personal or administrative preferences. One of Henyard's most contentious decisions involved her use of Dolton police officers as her personal security detail. Reports showed that Henyard had allocated police officers to tasks that extended beyond traditional security duties, even escorting her daughter and accompanying her on daily errands. The cost: an estimated $1 million in police overtime, with funds diverted from general public safety needs. This allocation of public resources raised serious ethical and financial concerns. Dolton's police department, already strained, was now being stretched even thinner to cover the mayor's needs. Critics argued that Henyard was using her position to shield herself rather than the community, further intensifying the rift between her administration and the people of Dolton. In late 2023, Henyard made yet another controversial decision, firing Dolton's chief of police, Robert Collins, without consulting the Board of Trustees. This dismissal sparked a new legal battle, with Collins filing a lawsuit claiming wrongful termination. His lawsuit marks yet another chapter in Dolton's political drama, one that could lead to further scrutiny of Henyard's governance. The firing of Collins serves as a stark example of Henyard's willingness to act independently, even when it could potentially backfire. Critics argue that this impulsive decision-making is ultimately harmful to Dolton's stability, casting doubt on Henyard's leadership abilities. The resulting legal battles only deepen the division within the town's government and add to the mounting costs Dolton is being forced to bear. The boldness of Henyard's decisions has led to sharply divided opinions within Dolton. To her supporters, she's a necessary force in a town needing fresh direction and change. They view her strength as a sign of her dedication to reform and progress, even if it means clashing with the Board of Trustees. Yet others feel Henyard's leadership style borders on authoritarianism. Nicknamed the Dolton dictator by her critics, Henyard's actions have led some to fear that the mayor's office is straying from its intended purpose. This criticism isn't without evidence. One notable incident involved local business owner Lawrence Gardner, who claimed his trucking business was shut down after he refused to contribute to Henyard's political campaign. To many, this story reinforces a perception that Dolton's government is operating more as a personal enterprise than a public institution. As if the legal battles and internal disputes weren't enough, Henyard's actions have now captured the attention of the FBI. With federal investigators looking into her spending and a number of lawsuits against her administration, Dolton's future is looking increasingly uncertain. For Dolton residents, this scrutiny has become a wake-up call. Calls for accountability and demands for more ethical practices have reached a fever pitch, with many questioning if Henyard is the right fit to lead their community. Her supporters maintain that she's being targeted unfairly, while critics argue that federal involvement is long overdue. The outcome of this investigation could determine Dolton's political path, as both residents and officials await the results. Dolton's residents haven't stayed silent. Social media platforms are buzzing with reactions, ranging from frustration to humor. One Dolton resident expressed dismay, saying, "We deserve better than a mayor who acts like she's running a reality show." Another quipped, "Her spending will catch up with her faster than the next election." Despite the controversy, some comments reflect a feeling of resignation. A few residents have described the situation as watching a soap opera, but we're paying for it. The sentiment highlights a public ready for change, eager for a leader who prioritizes Dolton's actual needs. Where does Dolton go from here? With the FBI investigation unfolding and mounting pressure from all sides, Tiffany Henyard's leadership hangs in the balance. As an election approaches, Dolton's residents face a critical decision. Will they stand by a mayor who champions bold, controversial moves, or will they turn toward a new leader promising stability? Only time will reveal Dolton's next chapter. But one thing is clear, the people of Dolton are ready to make their voices heard. Thank you for tuning in to Red Rumbles. What's your take on Henyard's leadership? Should Dolton look for new leadership? Or does this mayor deserve a chance to continue? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more on the latest headlines and controversies. See you next time.